Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? We're sitting in Boston tonight. You may or may not realize we're in the Fenix A320, the 320. We've got quite a crew tonight. I've got myself, John, Dev, Mr. Doug Dimmadon't, Kyle, and Ken and Ron. So we're gonna have quite a full crew tonight, so it should be pretty fun. We're gonna be heading down to, or I guess over to Detroit. We haven't been there in a while. Actually, I can't remember the last time I actually flew there to begin with, so should be a fun flight. As you can see, there's a little bit of cloud coverage. The winds are pretty steep at the moment. I'm looking at a 10-knot crosswind with a 12-knot headwind, so should be an interesting takeoff. Not only are we going to be fighting the rudder, but we're going to shoot straight off the ground. Be pretty fun. We picked Boston tonight because this is where we ended up last time, so we've kind of talked about it a little bit in the past. We're going to kind of do we'll depart where we arrive from kind of scenario, so not quite a world tour per se, similar to what we're doing with the GA stuff, which we need to get back to doing. Eddie's actually taking it upon himself to start building us some flight plans, so that should be awesome and help keep us on track, because sometimes I'm just too busy. So it's kind of an unofficial world tour per se, so it should be pretty fun, and we'll have the flexibility to take different airlines, different airplanes. I'm not going to label it as a world tour. We're just kind of just leaving one place, going to another, and starting at the place we arrived. So all right, I won't waste too much more time. We got to get this thing set up and in the air. We got about 14 more minutes, and yeah, let's get going. Okay, I'm back.
That worked incredibly well. I'm running 80 FPS right now.
Beautiful.
At high setting, at high and ultra settings. Thank you.
All right, let's see here. Mass and balance. We'll go ahead and load the aircraft in fast time. And hopefully that doesn't take our gate away. It's kind of weird how it works sometimes. Alright, the overhead panel, everything should be good for a turnaround. Seatbelt signs are off as we load. And we come down to our MCU. So, I have the one wing MCU, so probably won't see me actually clicking with the mouse, but I'm actually typing on it, which is so much nicer. Alright, we are on the CFM 56 version. We are up to date on our nav data, finally. And, wait. No, we're not. Why is this showing? I literally updated this yesterday. What's going on? Huh, okay. Just kidding. We're a month behind. Or 2 months behind. Oh well. We're not all that soon.
Phoenix specifically?
I did. I don't know why it's not working. Because I did it with Ron the other night. Alright, we'll do let's do the fun way and actually manually type everything in. So we've got, KBOS. And we're heading to KDTW. We're gonna be Delta 929. We are doing this with the VA. And a cost index. We'll look at our OFP. 21. And a cruise of, I think it was 370 or 380. 380, yep. 21 and 380. Go and grab our wins. Wrong button. Requesting. There we go. Wins are uplinked. And let's go grab our preliminary information. You'll see received load sheet. All right, we're showing zero fuel weight of 1323. 2.3. And a CG 32.5. We'll double check that once we get fully loaded here, and then we've got 19.9 and thanks. Passengers do we have? 169. Cruise level above recommended max. Take a look at that here in a minute. Move to our flight plan. Let's go Boston. Departure, we're on the HYLND 7 to HYLND off of runway 33 left. HYLND 7 to HYLND. Insert. And our arrival is, we're expecting 4 left, Top Gun to DONEO. Four left. Top Gun 2 and DONEO. Insert. Back to our flight plan. Alright, we're gonna hit HYLND and then direct to CAM. So HYLND, direct to CAM. And we want the closer 109 miles. And then at CAM, we're gonna go Airways to Q Quebec 822. All the way to GONZZ, GONZZ, Golf Oscar November Zulu Zulu. And that should automatically load in those waypoints for us. Cam, Page, Puppy, GONZZ. Beautiful. Okay. And then DONEO. Let's take a look at our plan here. Let's actually zoom out to 20. Puppy, GONZZ, can't see the next waypoint. 40? 160? Should be able to get rid of this discontinuity here. Clean that up. There we go. Moving on down. And then we'll probably be vectoring at this point. Yeah, we'll do a manual vector once we get close to Detroit there. We'll take a look at what's going on, make sure we're on the right runway and everything for the weather when we get there. Just double check for discontinuities one more time, since we did do a couple changes there. And that all looks right to me. Okay, beautiful. Alright, so it takes care of our init page, flight plan. Let's go performance. And we'll have to use our preliminary data. Sync prelim. Sync weather. And we're on 33 left. It's currently dry. Optimal flight configuration. Anti-ice is off. Packs are on. And temperature's 18 degrees with 29447. That is really low. You weren't kidding, Kyle. Flight director's constraints. And calculate. 4949151. 149. 149 and 151. And we've got a flaps 1 down 0.3. 0.3. And then I flex of 59 degrees. Alright, takes care of that. Let's see where we're at with the loading here. Alright, we're almost done loading. Fueled up, so we can go ahead and get the seatbelt sign on. And we've almost got everybody boarded, so it takes care of all that. Okay, most important question of the night, guys. What's the topic?
Good question.
Or are we gonna have to go
Force
to
feedback versus cams.
force feedback versus cams? I can talk about that for a little bit.
Did Dev watch Top Gun yet?
Oh, that's a good question.
No.
No. Initial altitude 5,000.
I saw those AP exams.
I did one. It was the easiest one you've already taken.
Well, yeah, you and computer science are That's gonna be the easiest thing in the world for you. Let's take a look at our taxi route here. 33 left, which is our favorite runway to taxi to. Aircraft loaded, beautiful. So our usual route for this is going to be Kilo to, I guess we'll go Charlie today. So Kilo Bravo Charlie, and cross 4 left and a 9. Cross. Yeah, oh, I guess we got to cross 4 right as well. And cross. All right. Love having the ability to draw. It's so nice. Can you change the color of the pen?
Hey, if you can, that's the next level.
I don't see that. All right. Gates pulled back. Let's go ahead and grab our finalized load sheet. Turn. Load sheet. And we got 0 fuel weight of 132.3. And we got 132.3. Okay. So I don't think anything's going to change here. Takeoff weight 151.7 thousand pounds. 169 plus 1, so we got 170 passengers today. And CG is 32.5. Fuel tanks 19.9, 19.9. And we'll go ahead and accept that. Alright, takes care of that. Back to our performance page here. And I am ready for a push. Let's go ahead and get that beacon on. Let GSX do its thing.
Did you get the Top Gun 2 arrival?
Yeah.
DONEO transmission?
Yep.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Hello, GSX.
Right.
I don't see anybody. Oh.
I pushed back. I'm waiting on you. You got room?
Yeah, it looks like GSX is crapped out on me.
I'm going to do a reverse pushback.
We'll just exit GSX. And then we'll do the manual pushback. Oh, GSX. It's so good when it works and so bad most of the time. Alright, ground services, connect to tug. I'm gonna assume he's connected. And then we can go ahead and get rid of our external power. Get rid of that GPU. And park brake off. Get a track IR set up here. Start. Make sure it's going straight back. Alright, engines to start.
GSX, work when you least expect it.
Systems are online. Let's go engine 1. It's a beautiful sunset right there. Make sure I got live weather on. Oh no. I hit the camera and my sim crashed.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
And Ron's floating in midair, it looks like. Or not. No, that's not Ron.
Steam. Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, I
Accidentally.
need a speedy setup in the 777, and apparently I didn't need to do that.
Hyperkit says, bruh. Right as soon as we start pushing back. Now we're going to have to do a super speedy setup. Bruh. How do you mean to hit the camera button is the unfortunate part.
Why did it crash, though? That shouldn't have caused it to crash.
Oh, who knows? We'll be doing the fastest A320 setup ever right after this, though.
Oh, that's great. I have Airsoft Pushback Pro. I'm just going to try that and see if this crashes my sim.
I guess we have a ground stop in Boston.
Currently we do.
I thought you were serious. Never mind.
Until I get back, yes.
Okay, this actually
That's
needs
it.
me time to bind reverse thrust though.
I haven't had that crash happen to me. That one specifically by pushing a button on the top of the screen for a long time.
Was that an issue in 2020 as well?
It was an issue when 24 first came out. I had to be very careful about what I clicked on.
That's a bummer.
Alright guys, let's see how fast we can do this. There's a literal Coke Zero that says share with a friend named Bruh. That's what I need right now. Alright. We're gonna be waiting on the 8 ears, if anything.
Ooh, I did not think about that.
How do you set those to instant in the Phoenix? Do you remember?
I have not figured that out yet.
We were looking the other night. I don't remember if I could find that. I'm gonna spend more time waiting on the
Maybe-
airplane initially.
Yeah, it might be in the maintenance or the config.
We'll get everything else taken care of and then we'll go that route. Benefit of having already set this up is I know most of the values already. Departure. 33 left. Island. DTW arrival. Yeah, it was 4 left. Wait. Did I do 4 left or 4 right? Is there not an ILS for 4 left? What did we type in earlier?
You have to do the Yankee. Keep going. I got 4 left, so I used the one on the second or third page.
Some RNAVs. Gotta pass it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the Zulu 4 left.
Me too.
Ah. Yankee. DONEO. Insert.
And my dispatcher's getting a little concerned about all this fuel I'm burning sitting here.
I'm working on it. What was altimeter? 47?
Yeah.
See if there's a maintenance. Let's not hit reset. That'd probably be bad. Data link maybe? No, that's just my sim brief.
Where'd you go, Dev? You about halfway there?
What? Oh, I'm in the sim. I'm just at a different gate because I'm not heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, so unfortunately we may be limited by the IRS aligning, so unless someone can find something real quick about kind of make them instantly happen. This is just an align now button.
Yeah, why does I don't know why they don't have that yet.
Oh, wait a minute. Seatbelt signs. Five minutes.
Okay.
Alright, altimeter constraints, initial altitude 5,000. 4 minutes left on the IRS alignment. We have our minute. Let's get our weights on. I don't know. Is it gonna give us the same weights? 1323. And a CG of 323. Block fuel 19.9. Yes, I'm aware.
Oh crap, I just telestriked. That's not fun.
And I think we're set up, just waiting on the sim at this point.
Okay, go into your config menu
Config
on the
menu.
MCD.
Okay.
Oh, I'm watching a video. Here, listen.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I'm gonna come harass you guys in your small planes with my big 777.
Go to navigation.
Navigation.
You have that?
No. Maintenance, maybe?
Let me see.
I rare or kind of recall it being in the failures menu.
Failures? Oh,
Hold
can
on.
you... Hang on, can you just clear
Oh
these?
yeah. Go to failures.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we go.
there's that.
You just clear them. Maybe if I just clear these out, does that get us going? Hey, that's it. Okay, cool. We're aligned. Yeah, you just got to clear out the failures. So they labeled as a failure. Okay, so it's not the most intuitive thing in the world.
Yeah, why
but-
is it labeled as a failure? That's a
don't
little
know.
interesting.
All right. GSX. Still doing something stupid, so. Ground app, ground services, connect to tug. All right. We're trying again here. Park brake off. Straight back. Start. Oh, tug's not connected yet. All right, HyperKit, how long did that take? Ooh, that's loud.
What?
I went to my external view.
Oh.
Seven minutes and 7 seconds. When did you start the timer?
Did you arm your spoilers?
Why'd that
Set
not-
your flaps?
Well, this is just until pushback.
Oh.
Connecting. There we go. All right.
Oh, you're moving.
I'm moving. We're trying again. We've got a line of airplanes waiting on me.
Yeah.
When you load it into the cockpit. Okay.
You're gonna get a phone call from Greta Thunberg about all the wasted fuel.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
I don't know why it started turning, but it started turning for me. Are you right next to me, Dave?
Yeah,
It's your airplane that's blowing my ears out.
my bad. I think well, I think instead of rogue keybind, it keeps going to auto for us. Thinking I'm taking it off.
Engine 1's
Plane's
available,
lined up
engine
here
2.
in front of me, going right. All kinds of fun stuff happening.
We'll scoot around Ken here.
What part of the airport are you at, John?
Almost to the runway.
That'll be good enough for the manual pushback.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to take you all the way to Detroit.
Trying to. At least we've managed to push back this time. Alright, engines are started. Auto, armed, norm, flaps 1, radios, max, auto brakes, AP bleeds off, overhead check. Let's go to flight controls, right rudder, left rudder. We've got a trim of, what was it, 0.3? Yeah. 0.3. Up, down, left, right. Flight controls checked. Brake off. Taxi, drop the lights, runway lights. Strobe to auto. And let's start taxiing. Rock City.
What runway were we headed to?
Oh, you know, that one.
33
That's
left.
not helpful. There's 15 different runways at Boston.
The short one.
That one we love. You've had all this time to figure out what we're doing. And you're still asking.
Are you in Boston this time, or are you at the other airport?
Okay. I was hoping you guys would forget about that.
Oh, no. Kyle brings it up every week. You're never going to live that one down.
No.
Oh, for everyone watching who doesn't know, Dev made the flight plan for us one night. He was the one who came up with the departure and arrival. And he was the only one who did it backwards.
Yeah, I didn't even fly that night, but I heard about it.
Word travels fast.
Okay, here's what happened. I was texting Knock with the different flight plan options. I said, oh, we can also fly in reverse if we wanted a little bit of a longer flight. And he said, yeah, sure. So I thought that meant, yeah, we're going to fly in reverse. So that's what I had my entire flight plan centered around.
Rock City or bust. We're gonna do a little expedited taxi here. Take off config. Check.
Go ahead and take off, I guess.
Make up a couple minutes here. We'll bump up our cost index shortly. Dave, you on the right way?
I think so. You tell me. Apparently I'm not very good at navigation.
Alright, next to the left for a Bravo. Maintenance is going to want to have a word with our hot brakes on departure.
Oh, I am going the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going all the way down to Charlie. Should be our next right.
Wait. The heck am I?
Boston?
Yes, Ken.
Detroit.
Shipping up the
Not
ball.
Yeah, he's probably on Detroit. That's a good point. La-di-da. Well, where's Kyle? I don't see Kyle.
Oh, I've been at the runway.
Oh, okay.
He's been
Hey,
over there
Shutting down
burning.
the engines.
He's been burning his fuel over there. Oh, did you shut your engines down?
Yeah, but then I did a refuel.
That dispatcher was on him too, see?
Yeah. Well, Ken is my my boss, so he's the one. If he's over here burning fuel, it must be okay.
Ken,
When I'm in the cockpit, somebody else is the boss.
You're the one who approves my flight.
The power at the ramp.
Oh, I know. I know you were. My ears know you were.
It wasn't that bad, was it?
In the sim, it
I heard it
was.
from the runway.
Wake me up when we get there, Dev.
Oh, come on.
This is my favorite taxi. Said no one ever. It's the worst possible taxi route ever for this airport. And it's the one we always get.
It really is.
When I was leaving to come back down here after the holidays, we got like expedited. There was like planes waiting for us, but we took off from the JetBlue area and then we got like straight down to that 3-3 left. It was like instant almost. But everyone else had to wait for us.
Yeah, we need you to just go ahead and enter 15 right and go down to 330 and turn around.
Yeah.
Dev has made his way back to the correct runway.
Was it?
Oh, never mind. Where the heck are you going?
I thought he was taking off on 9. Looked like what?
It
Well,
looked like it, yeah.
He's getting in front of Kyle now.
Oh, you guys racing each other?
I'm not. He's the one that's making a race over here, but I was just casually going along, and he's over here try-harding, and I still almost beat him.
I start calling him Mario Dev.
Oh, come
Mario
on.
Dev. Mario O Dev Dreddy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Dev, have at it.
Okay.
I guess I'll wait.
Yeah.
He managed once again to get in front of everybody.
I'm so sorry, Kyle. I didn't
I
mean
think
for you to
he-
get caught in the middle of this.
I think he taxied down runway 27 and
I mean, he
He
taxied.
he could come down 9. He should have just took off.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he
Gotta cut
taxied
across
on.
the bay.
He taxied on just about every other runway except for the one he was supposed to be on.
He,
All right, Mr. Demodome, you are free to line up and wait.
Yeah.
now we got somebody to give Dev a run for his money. John's already airborne. Look at
Yeah.
there you go.
that. You can't trust these old farts.
Dev's gonna end up sim rating and then like
Gotta get out of
crashing.
there. The other planes are crashing into me and everything. I better get out of their way.
Excuses.
That was a pretty
John,
cool
you
looking
got- you
departure,
got-
though.
Gotta be on your P's and Q's. You flying with the big boys now.
Well,
All right, Delta 929. line up this
Kyle
week.
is rolling.
Strobe on, landing lights on, take off lights. Arrival is clear. Hopefully nobody's coming the other way on the runway, otherwise Kyle's gonna have a bad day.
Well, Dev is already gone, right? So you'll be all right.
Yeah. No, this departure is going to be beautiful. Holy crap.
You should get the 777-200 ER for the sole reason there's a different pen 3D model.
Oh, that is a beautiful
Yeah.
screenshot right there.
who's down 2130?
2130. I'll give
Name tag? Name tag? I don't know.
give Kyle a couple extra seconds here.
I must be on a different
50%.
server for you guys.
Are you on the East Coast?
Forward pressure. Stable. Flex. And flex. SRS. Nav. Need nuts. Start releasing some pressure. Or nuts. Release the pressure. Ooh, that crosswind is rough. We're gonna throw everybody around in the back seats. And rotate. What's the rate? Garrett. Yep, that's a beautiful departure right there.
That is nice.
Alright, I'm glad we've made it. Only a few minutes late.
Boston Tower, Delta 49, ready to go, 33 left.
And there's no EC.
It's all about the immersion, man.
Don't ruin the immersion, bro.
Yeah, bro. Take it back to Detroit.
Lever.
We're heading
You
to
take
this
that back
one.
right now.
I'm gonna have to recalibrate my levers or something there. I got some symmetry issues.
My plane thought I was landing.
That
Told me
speed
to go full
flaps up.
flaps and then, yeah.
Oh yeah, I had that happen to me the Phoenix A320 too.
Ah.
Give me landing SRS. This was hilarious.
I got Stutter City here.
Oh,
Yep. Got ugly on the takeoff roll.
hopefully it clears up here shortly for you. Makes me want to drop money on upgrading to 24. It's worth it. The clouds
It
alone.
is. Stop now.
You say it stopped?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
We got
Cool.
about, I don't know, 50 feet off the ground to stop.
2024 is kind of hit and miss for me at least. It's been getting way better. Slowly.
Other than that crash I just had, it's been pretty solid for me lately. Especially after the sim update too.
The downtown looks really good.
Everything looks really good right now. So I've also got that
There.
scenery pack, so it looks even better.
Oh, yeah.
Since this is oh, let's go on up to 30.
The only thing that still turns me the wrong way is they changed all the keybinds, mind you, that have been in use for the past 15 years for no apparent reason. Other than that, it's pretty good.
I don't know why they changed keybinds. Something doesn't sound right.
What?
Maybe it's the wind, but my engines are kind of sounding funny.
Oh yeah, those don't sound right. Yeah, what the heck?
We're in climb. Auto throw's on. It must be the wind.
Watching it go out through the plane.
Now we're about to go into these clouds. Let's go autopilot. AP1.
So,
That's such a beautiful noise.
not sure if any of you guys have been following the CSS 737s that have been coming out soon, hopefully. They were going to come out today, but they decided to delay it, which I'm very annoyed about.
That price scheme they've got going on is pretty painful.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you get the 500, 400, 300 passenger and freighter variants of all of them.
Well, then give me a price for one.
I saw a guy doing a video with it, and it didn't really look that good.
No, the
Yeah, the
textures.
MCP looked so flat.
Yeah, the inside textures were really bad.
See, they look bad on some of their computers, but then on some of the streams, like Owl's FS was streaming the other day, and I was watching him, and it looked, or actually either today or yesterday, and it looked really good, from what I saw, ish.
Everything I've seen so far on it's, I haven't been impressed, especially for $120.
I am a little concerned about the country of origin this aircraft comes from.
Their website is, a lot could be said about a person's website, right?
Yep.
And their website's kind of meh.
Their 7-minute stream the other day where they were showing off was 7 minutes, and they didn't even show off any of the systems. So it was a little concerning. And supposedly they're a company based in the UAE that's operated out of Russia. So a little confusion on how that works and if I should be giving my money and if I'm not going to get scammed. But I really do want a good classic. I really want a classic. Since the IXCG people stopped development.
Yeah, I might try it for $5, but
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
I'm having a hard time justifying $120 for something that doesn't really wow me yet.
It's also gonna depend on what payment portal they use if I can get it at all.
Yeah, if I can use something like PayPal, I'm cool, but if I have to use something random, then
Nope.
might be a little hesitant. What do you guys think of these views? Yeah, HyperKid, the 24 clouds are a significant upgrade over 2020. You occasionally, like I just saw it at the right side. You occasionally, oh, wrong button.
Real. Very
Occasionally, yeah, they look very real. Sometimes you get that popcorn look that 2020 has on all the clouds, but for the most part, it's much nicer.
If Rick's Atmos makes a meaningful difference, I might be picking that up for 24.
I'd like to see it in action, in a straight comparison, side by side, like on and off, just before I spent the money on another atmosphere engine, because the default one is so good.
It is. I mean, poor Rex, you can't really. All their products are kind of out of date right now. Accuracy built with the Atmos. Well, you really have a good atmospheric engine right now, so.
Yeah, they're not gonna make a. They're gonna have to figure something out to really make some improvements over what's already here. We are in IMC. What is our outside temperature? -7 on the airframe. I think it's pretty good about alerting about ice. I'm excited to finally have icing whenever they do the big airplane update.
Wait, that's coming with icing?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like I mean, icing already exists, quote unquote. We just can't see it. It's coming, so it's coming with graphics.
Unfortunately, I'm a little scared that this next BFU will transition the aircraft completely from 2020 development to 2024 development exclusively. That's my fear.
Vertical speed. Why did vertical speed mode just activate?
Hey John, your lever's not in decline thrust.
That happened to me too.
It kicked you out of. It dropped down into the. That was weird. I didn't even notice it was in a vertical speed mode versus VNAV. You said yours did the same thing?
Yeah, but I just kept it in vertical speed.
Yeah, the reason mine beeped at me is because I got down into the warning area on my speed.
Honestly, I don't really use VNAV on climb out after I'm done with the SID. I almost always go to flight level change.
That, oh, okay. Well, that just gets you there at whatever speed you set. Okay, what's everybody's favorite airport to fly to?
Commercially?
Oh, either.
Reykjavik.
Where?
Reykjavik.
Why?
It's kind of really sweet spot. It's not too long for oceanic crossings, and it's not too short either. Plus, they fly out of my home airport.
Mine's Aspen.
Oh, nice.
You say you have to give it a thought, John? Aspen's got to be my favorite, just because one, the views are great, and two, it's it's one of the few airports that continuously challenges me to get in and out of.
It is a challenging airport.
What about everybody else?
Well, I would say Aspen is good, but I also like DC for the same reason on the river visual. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you got views too, you know.
it's a fun one because you're
You don't have,
flying
you
up
don't
the
have
river
time to
like
look, but you got them.
that. Got them if you have a moment to look.
The river visual is so much fun, especially in larger aircraft.
I guess I'd have to say KSCA since I was originally from Seattle. But I don't know.
Which airport did you say?
Seattle.
Seattle?
Seattle. SCA.
Yes, yeah. I live in Wisconsin, but I'm originally from Seattle.
Seattle does have a pretty approach. I mean, just the terrain on the west coast is so different than the east coast.
Oh yeah, the mountains, Cascade Mountains.
Yeah.
Flying around them.
We end up-
Studio. Sorry.
We end up flying on the east coast a lot, but we need to spend more time on the west coast. The airports are just so spread out compared to the east coast.
I mean, how about Salt Lake City? That's a pretty neat approach.
That is a fun one too.
Yeah,
Oh.
yes, it is.
Ken, I think you were flying with me that night, but I was in the fly-by-wire going into Seattle and I had an icing issue. And, like my plane, I guess it was a glitch for the fly-by-wire, but I had max anti-icing on and I had to go 240 knots to keep the airplane in the air because there's so much ice.
Yeah. It had that old mushy feel to it too, didn't it? Yep.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I can get in here, guys.
Another fun approach is at Roswell Air Force Base in New Mexico. It's the Widowmaker approach. It's so much fun, but it is challenging.
The Widowmaker approach, that I don't know what that is, but that sounds like right up my alley.
Death in the left seat is the Widowmaker approach.
Oh, come on!
Hey, I've already told Deb that I'll happily fly with them anytime as long as I'm the one actually flying.
As long as you're drunk. Not him, you.
Anyways, it's a bunch of VOR beacons. They just fly very precisely down into a valley to get in. It's a lot of fun, especially in large military aircraft.
Wait a minute. I didn't know anything about this one. That one sounds like a lot of fun.
Did you say Roswell?
Yes, Roswell.
Okay, yeah, they're chasing UFOs. What the problem is?
Oh no, not this again.
Yep. Well, you brought it up, son.
Roswell is even kind of close. It's in New Mexico.
Roswell, New Mexico. You remember the big incident from 1947? Well, you probably don't remember that, though.
No.
Google it.
Okay, here's a question.
Who's this?
I don't know if
Somebody's
anyone...
coming straight at me on the A320. Was that you, Dale?
All right, I got a question I don't know if we've ever asked before. Hello.
Uh-oh.
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 Digital cellular or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I don't know who that was.
Oh, you saw him too.
Yeah.
So go back.
What got you into aviation or flight simulating? Simulation.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead, Ken.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I've always been amazed with airplanes. My parents used to tell me this, it's no joke, that when I see an airplane come over, I just point and jump up and down and get real excited about it. And then we had a good family friend who was a pilot in the Army, and he was home on leave one weekend. He had his own airplane, an old Navion, if you know what that is.
Yep.
And he took me and Daddy up, and I just I've been in love with it ever since. That's what really got me.
Yes, what got me into it was in 1970. My older sister and her husband, Charlie and Cecil, they came up to Washington and picked up my mom and myself and took us down to Mesa, Arizona, where they lived. And Cecil was a pilot there. He was a fire bomber. But he helped me get a job at the airport overhauling propellers. And finally taught me into taking flying lessons, and I fell in love with it then. We overhauled the propellers on the B-17s, Sentimental Journey, and the other one that goes around the air shows. Overhauled all those propellers.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a propeller to hang over my fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
I need a fireplace first.
I want to hear your story, man.
And my sister Linda, excuse me, I think it was in 05 or something, sent me my, excuse me, got me into simming, sent me my first controllers and that, and I just stuck with it ever since.
Oh, that's awesome. They made controllers in 2005?
Oh, Lord. No, I had to individually go change the bits to make the flaps work. You act like 2005 was just no technology.
They actually had airplanes back then, too.
I think I started out with the FSX and then went on to X-Plane. That's where I got introduced to Airbus. That's flying the Zebo 737.
Oh, the Zebo is amazing.
I got introduced to Airbus and I haven't flown with Boeing since. Yeah, I just
Airbus.
love Airbus.
Airbus is my jam. I love it.
Alright, what about you, Ron? I want to know this.
Question, I don't really know. I mean, I've always liked aviation stuff, but I never really pursued it. A friend of mine, a guy I worked with, he got his private pilot's license, but I never flew with them. I did fly with my uncle once a long time ago, but it was fun, and I did take a sightseeing tour, probably 5 or 6 years ago from a small airport, Stowe, Massachusetts, over to Mount Wachusett. Probably for about an hour, and I sat in the front right seat, and that may have sparked my interest in simming. But I really didn't get into simming until, I don't know, has it been? It's probably just over a year, I think. I mean, a friend of mine had the old flight simulator. What was the first one that came out? Was it in the 80s, I think?
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Look it up, Beth.
Okay.
I did try that. That was pretty fun, but you know, that was a long time ago. And then of course, you know, I mean, let's face it, I was married, I had 2 kids, and you know, I didn't have the time or the money to investigate aviation. And then you guys kind of sparked my interest once I got started. Took me a while before I got into the commercial jets anyway. But it's fun. I enjoy it. Helps me pass the time when I'm not golfing.
So Ron retires, needs a hobby, so he picks the one hobby that takes up the most amount of time where you do nothing for 95% of it.
It's the perfect hobby.
It is utter chaos followed by boredom followed by utter chaos. But with some really
And
pretty
let's see.
views.
Let's see. And I only bought one. I only have one set of controllers. I have a HODIS stick and throttle that I got, and I do have an Xbox controller. That's it. And I've only bought one plane.
I still don't know how you managed to do that.
It's easy.
It's not.
It's called
It
self-control.
is. It's like I just don't see the difference in a lot of them. And so maybe it's like fine wine. Maybe I can't distinguish the difference between the tastes, and the same thing, I can't distinguish the difference in the airplanes. I don't know if it's a different set of engines. I can hear the difference, but I mean it's interesting, but it's not anything I have to own.
I guess
And
that's,
Ron might be different too, especially if you have never had your hands on the real controls in an airplane. You know, it might make a difference too in the way you look at it.
well, when
Yeah,
we go to the
yeah.
expo, I fully intend on making Ron spend some money, so.
Yeah, you're gonna make.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the checklist. He needs a 737 of some sort. I don't care if it's the Mac or the NG. Yeah, 777, and I'll be happy. I won't stop. I'll stop.
I'll bring. Let's see. I'll bring I'll set a limit of $1,000 at the SIMAC.
Oh.
That opens up a
Oh,
lot
now
of
mercy,
opportunity.
son. Hey, you be in good shape.
Yeah,
Well, you know, the man's been patient for going on 2 years now about not hardly buying anything. So he's been, every time he gets the urge to buy something, you should see that jar of money he's got. He puts the 20 in
little
there.
money his wife gives. He gives him about $5 a week whether he needs it or not. So he's been saving.
Ron, that's the amount of money I spend probably like every year on flights and add-ons. How?
Year?
How do you have that much?
I'd say you spend that a month. So I don't have rudders. That Ken recommends rudders.
Yeah,
Yes.
rudders will make a huge difference.
I don't have a yoke. I don't have a set of throttle. I would like to get a nice set of throttles that I can run the Airbus with, with the reversers that you can pull the buttons back and pull them back. Because now I have to do it with like a button, and sometimes I can't see. It doesn't work, so I have to look down while I'm trying to land, which is not good.
And we're gonna get you a nice side stick too.
A what?
We're gonna get you a nice side stick as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, what I plan on doing to help Ron out is taking him around, letting him see all the different quality levels, and with the physical hardware, you can really tell a difference between something that costs $100 versus something that costs $500. There's a huge difference in quality there. Now, I don't recommend buying everything overnight because, you know, you don't know if you're going to stick with it. But at this point, I'm pretty sure Ron is going to do this until the day he dies. So, but simple.
Thrustmaster controllers.
Well, see, yes, Hyperkid says simple Thrustmaster rudders would do for 119. See, there's some options that are in the $200 range that are much nicer than those plastic ones that are actually full metal. Wind wing, Verpal.
Nice metal rudder.
See, I have the Thrustmaster TPRs, which are the all metal ones, but they're a lot more expensive.
Like $599.
Yeah, but they're super nice. But I won't ever have to buy rudder pedals again, or at least not for a very long time. Hopefully.
Honestly,
But,
at this point, I think most people should either go with the wing or vertical rotor pedals, just because of the severe price difference, and
Yeah.
they're already all metal.
Yeah, so I mean, as much as I love the TPRs, I don't know if I can recommend them with the other options out there. But I haven't used the other options yet, so you know, it's going to be the fun part about going to the expos. You get to see all the things, you get to meet the people that typically sit behind a computer screen that you watch, and you bet you've never met them. You know, it's fun.
Freaking go with you guys.
You can still swing it.
I'll see if
What's up, Tommy? How are you?
Ron, anything from Wing, Verpal, half a stuff from Thrustmaster, and Moza is going to be decent. Or very good.
Yeah, I want Ron to try out the force feedback that I have with the Moza and let him see how nice that is. But that's also a very steep price tag.
Yeah, isn't that like $500-600? I saw that. It's like
Ron, I'm looking upwards of $700 for this.
yeah,
right now.
okay.
Yeah, but the nice thing about it though is if you fly different types of aircraft, like I'm flying the Fenix right now, or Airbus, I can set up a profile that mimics the Airbus actual real world pressures. Or if I go fly a helicopter, I can change it to where it automatically stays where I put it, and you know, kind of trims it out manually. Or if I'm flying GA, it can have a real soft touch to it. There's no springs, there's no cams, there's none of that stuff. You just push a button and it changes the profile. You take the time.
It like as the infinite number of joysticks in one.
Yeah. So with the force feedback, with the profiles, you have the unlimited profiles, unlimited flexibility, and you don't ever have to change anything physically. So Tommy says, sitting at work so I can be off Friday a day early for vacation. I'm trying to decide if I want to take next Friday off just to have a 4-day weekend.
Oh, no, we didn't ever get to you. What was your aviation?
So you guys have such heartwarming stories that mine's going to be a little embarrassing. My dumbass, when I was a little kid, decided to go jump off the roof of a barn with a Walmart trash bag attached to me, thinking that was going to work like a parachute. So,
Yeah, that didn't work.
no, I hit the ground probably about 0.1 miles per hour slower than if I didn't have the trash bag. But I watched, I don't know if it was Toy Story or what, but you know, I watched some little army men jump out of an airplane with parachutes and thought it would be something fun to go mimic. So,
Hey, I thought you were smart too.
that straightened me out. That got me through my dumb period pretty quick, kid.
You didn't break your back or nothing? Gee.
I was a kid.
Oh man.
Bones made of rubber.
I was not expecting.
That's why I was waiting to go last for that reason, Dad.
You're the last one Kyle wasn't going to be it.
Oh, sorry. Well, anyways. But as far as my love of aviation beyond that, I don't know if that was truly what made me interested in aviation or not, but it's been my entire life. I've always wanted to be a pilot. Found out I was colorblind when I was a teenager and kind of crushed that dream for me because at the time I didn't think there was any way around it, but never really had the money either to go fly until pretty much now in life. So sometime in the near future, I'll be starting flight lessons. Can't fix the colorblind
kept me out of the Airedales in the Navy.
Yep.
You reminded me of something that did happen when I was a kid. We moved over to Eastern Washington from the Ellensburg area when I was about 7 years old, I think. And a year later, we had based a farm, and out in the country, out of Kittitas there, and it had this hay truck and flatbed, and then it had a headache rack out over the cab where we could stack more hay on top of that. And I was over across the field at the old place in Florida, playing with a horse and moving around. There's an airplane coming, and come this yellow down for our field, our potato field. And I went running across the field there and jumped the creek up to the house, and the airplane coming. Oh yeah, he come to spray the potato field. Okay, so we jumped up on that truck, and there was kind of a hill that went behind, so we got up on that headache rack to watch him. And he went down the other end of the field, turned around, come back, and he looked like he was headed right straight for us. So my brothers and sister jumped off onto the bed of the truck. Dumb me, I jumped from the headache rack clear to the ground, and man, I landed on my hands and knees, and it paralyzed me.
Ooh.
I couldn't straighten out. You know, oh man, I was having a fit there. They carried me in the house. My mom and sister massaged my legs and everything. Finally got loosened up. Man, that was dumb.
That was a bit of a daredevil. I was very much an adrenaline junkie as a kid. I've wised up a little bit. I'm not jumping off any more roofs.
No.
At least lately. Yeah, the first simulator was, what was it, 8.5-inch floppy disk, the big floppy disk. I guess it was like Flight Sim 2 or something like that. It was one of the first ones I ever had. And then I got 95, and I never actually had the full-blown version, but X-Plane, I remember having dial-up internet, and the sim was 120-something megabytes. I remember waiting a day and a half to download it. And flying the intro trial thing with the Cessna 172 over and over and over.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember that.
X-Plane was my very first flight simulator.
I've never owned X-Plane, but I've played a lot of it. And then, of course, I got, what was it, 98, and then X. And I never really got super into doing true flights. It was more just hop on and goof off kind of thing. Up until, I guess it was 2019. I did some stuff in Flight Simulator X with like the CRJ and the 747 and things like that, but I never really fully understood how everything worked, and it didn't take the time to learn it. But once Flight Simulator 2020 came out, was it 19 that came out? Whenever 2020 came out, I decided to get it on a whim. That pretty much, once the fly-by-wire came out, that really just set me off. So I've been very heavily involved in flight sim for the last 5 years. And now I have like, I don't know, 3,000 hours or something stupid.
Oh no, August 18th, 2020 is when Flight Sim 2020 came out.
Okay. Tom, you talking about Flight Sim 2 or whatever it was?
Hey, quick question. You said something about a floppy disk, 8.5 inch. What do you how do you use a floppy disk? Does it go to a CD drive or something?
It goes into a slot, basically.
Oh.
It was a read. You just clicked it in and it read the disk.
Oh.
Yeah. 8-inch floppy disk is what it was.
I never heard of Flight Sim 2.
Yep, when Windows was version 3.1. I was but a wee lad at that time.
Someone correct me on this. I think Flight Sim is Microsoft's longest running IP. I could be wrong about that.
So here's the fun fact about Flight Sim 2. It's amazing how far we've come in graphics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no.
You know what's even more funny? I bet you a couple lines of Flight Sim 2 code still remain in Flight Sim 2020 in 2024.
Probably something with a VOR nav, because you could do the navigation. Oh, there, it looks like Sears Tower, I guess. Oh, look at Statue of Liberty. I don't know what the heck that is. Here's Chicago.
Wow, this is really not good graphics-wise. I could not do this.
But at the time, though, it was like revolutionary, you know?
Yeah.
How? It's big
that's-
boxes with different colors and numbers in them.
Yeah, Dev, you've never
That's
lived
all
in
you
a world
have.
of 8-bit. I mean, it was revolutionary because that was the... I mean, look how good the simulator looks now. Imagine what it's going to look like in 20 years.
I don't think it can get much better than this.
It can, because this doesn't look real yet. It's close, but it's not real. Like, to my eyes, I can clearly tell that this is a simulator. Now, if you took a screenshot and someone held it on their phone and looked at it, they might be fooled, but 20 years from now, I mean, if they have, you know, virtual reality headsets then and everything looks like it were in real life, then, you know...
In 20 years, some lucky you'd be buying your own plane and hopping in the air for real.
There won't be a need to fly. You just visit everything in a VR headset. Good old Mix Field outside
hologram.
Chicago.
Holograms.
Excellent. Did you guys see the stupid aircraft United's flying for recently? It's like a flying wing. It looks ugly.
What was it?
No.
United signed Delta did too, signed a contract for like 50 of those weird flying wing aircraft.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's on Twitter a little bit ago.
Yeah, FSX had that airport in Chicago. That's, I mean, I just remember always flying out of there. Is it Migsfield or Megsfield? How do you say it?
Megs, I think.
Megsfield?
Just sent it to you.
Yeah.
United's futuristic new 250 person plane.
It looks ugly as heck. I'm not excited for it.
Living room in the sky. Wait for it to load. Megs, okay. I've always called it Megs without ever hearing anyone else even say it.
Migs. I've never heard of that field before. What's this like?
The Volanta will load it into your sim. You can actually fly to it in 24.
Oh, yeah.
Or 2020 for sure. I think it's in 24 as well.
Oh, why couldn't you fly to it?
It's closed down
Oh,
in real life.
Yep. They close it down and build a bunch of houses on it.
oh, that's lame.
Yes.
Blame the mayor.
Got 212 miles, the top of descent. I believe the actual airport is closed down now as default. Yeah, it is. It's turned to a bunch of houses and condos, I think.
That's lame.
I'm going to take a look at my cockpit screen, if you would. I need the upper dash is sitting down over the top of my two primary PFDs. I need some help adjusting that out. I can't get it fixed.
Can you stream?
Yeah.
Megsfield.
See what I'm talking about?
I'm loading it now. What's did you ever hit F? I don't know if...
You said F?
Yeah, at least that's what my hotkey is to reset my view.
Nope. Nothing.
Okay, Shift
Right.
Q. Shift Q.
Shift and
Yep, and then go
Right.
raise it back up. It's Shift R. So just tap it a little bit.
Shift
You should
R.
have. Yeah.
That didn't do nothing.
Can press shift and space at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know what the default reset view is.
That didn't work.
Try hitting one more time.
Then I have no idea.
So I rolled it back out, man, back to where I was. I'm worse than I was before.
Just
That's
open
what
up
happens
the
to me in the fly-by-wire.
Like one at a time now. Come
open
on.
up the camera screen. And just hit reset view.
Well, I tried that a while ago. So it ain't doing nothing now.
The heck?
I can roll back with the mouse wheel, but that's still not right, you know?
That's not right.
Sure. Do this. Close that. Open up the controls.
It's the gamepad looking button.
Wait a minute,
I'm sorry.
get out of here.
Yeah. You had to
The
click
what?
click on the gear again to make that go away.
And it's the gamepad button. It looks like a low controller. Yeah, that one.
Man, why is this taking so long to load? Holy crap!
Oh, it's terrible.
This being server side is the most aggravating part of 24.
Speaking of that, SU3 lets you download almost the entire sim locally.
Yeah, at the expense of half a hard drive. Okay, I don't know why this is
You can-
acting stupid.
You can choose what you want to download and what you want.
Yeah, it's just spinning.
Mine's doing the same thing.
Right there it is.
All right, go to I think it's camera or views or something. Yeah, they broke something in Sim Update 2 with this menu. Because this looks all wrong. Go to camera.
I'll see. Can't. Oh, there it is.
And then cockpit camera. And scroll about 2/3 of the way down and you should see reset cockpit view. There it is.
There it is, right.
Shift space.
All right, hit shift and space.
Hit it one more time.
Right. Nothing.
Nothing. Huh. Hit space. Just space.
Nothing.
Really.
Nothing. Yep.
The number 5 next to it. What does that mean?
Look
Shift
for
space
it's
is
saying it's got 5 other keybinds that conflict with it. Scroll up until you see toggle landing cockpit mode. It's towards the top. Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, there's nothing bound to that. 'Cause that's what my space is. So like on my screen, if I hit space, it goes to that view. And if I hit F, it resets my camera. Try not to rebind a bunch of stuff for you, but
How come toggle landing cockpit mode is there twice on Ken's?
Yeah, there you go. Right there. Yeah.
Or hold it still. Hold the cursor right over it for a second.
it's a
Which
hold.
one?
Does it say so? And then
Yeah,
go with one above it.
it says hold, so you would have to
Oh.
hold the button for it to do what it's supposed to do.
Oh, okay. So what if he hits Shift F11? Will that reset it?
Shift F11.
Yeah,
Yeah, try that.
That's what he's got. That's what he's got bound.
Yeah, do
Try
Shift
that.
F11. Yeah.
You gotta close this screen first.
Now hit,
Good, good,
now hit shift space.
Nothing.
Oh, crap. Do shift F11 again. Oh, there we
There
go.
we go.
I want the reset button to work now.
It might. There you go.
Ah, look at there. There we go. All right, thanks.
That was aggravating.
Yeah,
Welcome to 24.
yeah.
The keybinds.
Imagine that, huh?
Keybinds have been the worst part.
Mhm.
Bad. Next. Seriously, I recommend it. Nez,
How
I'm
do
not
you-
on SU3 yet, just because it's beta and I don't trust it. I can already make my sim barely work.
Hey, Nez. Sorry, I just saw your message because I was up in
How
Canada
do you
out there.
change the settings, like from
How to change
the
what?
East Coast?
Oh, East Coast.
settings there.
Go to hit escape. Go to online on your settings. And you
Settings?
should be able to have a select your server there.
This one?
Yep.
Safe travels. Have a good flight. Thanks, Travis. We are. I think we're at the halfway point.
And there's
Yeah.
this half call
West.
online. On the left hand side.
Which one?
Online. Yep, that one. And choose multiplayer server from Southeast Asia and make that US East.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, we fly on US East.
East USA or West?
Yep.
East.
Yep. And it might take a second for us to populate it.
Nez, how you feeling? You feeling any better?
There. Yeah.
The real question is why flight to decide to put you on Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, React Dev.
Thank you.
Is Dev. I'm Havoc 622. Kyle is Kyle 1496.
Yep.
And then Ken is KMA2, which he's actually right behind me and below me.
That close?
Yeah, look up.
Hey, Kyle. We haven't heard your story yet. I'm curious.
I don't see around here. Oh, you got people behind me.
Oh, yeah. We haven't heard Kyle's story, have we?
No, we have
Nope.
not.
Okay, I'm behind
So I don't know how it really started by staring up at the sky during T-ball. You know, you don't know what's going on. Because I used to live half an hour north of Boston, and then we had a small delta with like all GA where I lived. But I'm the first in my family, besides my grandfather, to fly, so I'm kind of like the pioneer.
Oregon Trail?
Kind of, yeah. Die of diphtheria. But I worked at the local Charlie Airport refueling commercial jets for 2 years. Took a discovery flight, and then one day, December 2019, I applied to Embry-Riddle, got accepted, kicked it off from there, got my private, failed my instrument, working on tailwheel right now. And then for those viewers who are new or haven't heard, I got selected last year to become a Navy pilot. So I'm down in Pensacola right now doing all that, so very blessed with all that, so.
Cool. That's really
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
luck, man.
He's gonna be living all of our dreams.
Yeah, what's neat, we're getting to watch him live it, you know, so that's neat.
Yeah.
No
So,
one else besides Kyle's a real pilot, right? No, Ken is. I know that. Yeah.
I hope to change that soon.
You
Yeah.
will.
Nez says he's feeling the same, but the spleen doesn't hurt. Wait, I didn't realize your wait. What's going on with your spleen? Jeez, man.
my spleen!
Man,
Who was that?
Nez. He's been having all sorts of health issues lately.
What's Oregon Trail?
Look it up.
Okay.
Need to go play
Add to
it.
the list.
Yeah, it's useless organ. Just going to take it out and be done with it. Won't have any problems.
That's some internal organ damage because of the AFib. You have. Wait, how's that work? How'd you get internal damage from the AFib? That's oddly specific. What is? I knew the AFib could cause strokes. I didn't know about, causing you to have spleen damage. All right, 119 miles. We're going to start looking at our descent here soon. It's been a very beautiful flight so far, though. Although these clouds are
Oh, my
really,
topic
really interesting.
I must say, I think this has probably been one of the, there's been many, but I think it's one of the more enjoyable flights because we kind of shared, our love for aviation. That's been really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that question. I may have chat GPT'd some topics for tonight, and I saw that question. I was like, oh, here we go. Spleen problems. Also, the restricted blood flow can cause failure to organs from blood being shunted to... Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, another thing I just remembered when after we got off the farm, we moved into Kittitas. My dad went to work for Howard Clarifie owned a lot of land around there in cattle and this thing was an implement shop. They also had an airplane. And they had a small grass airport by the high school. And watch him fly around all the time. And that's another thing we want me to fly.
I can watch airplanes fly every day of the week.
Yeah. Then we had those lightweight airplanes just wind up the throttle on the rubber band and the propeller. Rubber band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Seen a couple of those fly around my area, and we have a small airport not too far, and I'm assuming that's where they took off from. But man, there's not much to those things, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I can't believe you tried to jump off a barn roof with a trash bag.
I feel like we all done that.
No,
Yeah.
no, we all haven't done that.
Well, you haven't lived yet.
Dev, after you watch Top Gun, we've got another task for you.
And drink water from a hose.
Yeah. Have you ever drank water from a hose, Dev?
What?
Oh, yeah.
On a hot
Why would
day.
you do that?
Oh yeah.
It's
tastes like nothing else.
gotta be sitting there in the sun on a 95-degree day.
That's right. That's
That
right.
sounds like a bacteria haven.
The green one too. You gotta do the green hose.
The green.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be the green one. Yeah.
Yeah, one time I went to work with my dad. He'd take me with him at times, and he was out. I don't know what we were on. We were on a swather or something, cutting hay, and my boss was out checking on his cattle and stuff. And saw us out there, and he buzzed us with his plane. He flew right over, come in behind us, and flew over us. Couldn't have been more than 10 feet above us.
Oh jeez.
No. Right, so I have.
At Christmas time, he used to fly Santa Claus around town and land.
I did see a crop duster once. I think I was driving back from Myrtle Beach on a small, I wouldn't even call it a roadway, and I saw the plane flying low, just dropping that spray and just going back. I slowed down to watch them going back and forth over the field. It's amazing how low they get.
Oh yeah, foot off the ground. 200
Those guys,
miles an hour.
those guys are crazy.
Same with the banner towers. You gotta like dive towards the ground, pick it up at the hook, and then do like a VY climb out.
Well, what's crazy about the hook thing is half the time it's a hook hanging out the window. You gotta like launch it by hand.
Yeah.
I remember seeing those guys when I grew up going to Myrtle Beach every year, and I'd sit there and would just, you know, of course, enjoying aviation after my parachute incident. And enjoy watching the planes going up and down the beach all the time.
How old were you when you did this?
I don't know, man. I was little. I was like 5.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, I was hoping you weren't a teenager.
No,
Even worse.
I did jump out of a plane 3 times. Parachute.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I did too, once.
I haven't done it yet. One of our
Okay.
electricians at one of my job sites, he's got over 200 jumps. I told him once I get down to my goal weight, I'll take him up on jumping out of an airplane.
I am absolutely not leaving a good airplane.
oh gosh.
Me neither.
I did that video from a couple years back.
It
That
wasn't.
goes against my raising.
It wasn't a free fall. It wasn't a free fall. It was a static line 3 times. A friend and I went a few times, and about a week after we jumped, our instructor died. After we jumped the 3rd time, and we decided not to go back.
Yeah.
Faulty parachute get him?
I assume it wasn't packed right or something, but yeah, he
There
hit the
you go.
ground.
That's
He
what
hit
I'm
the
talking
ground. Yep. Yeah, it's like, okay, we pushed our luck a little bit, and it's like, okay, we're done. I also did a hang glider, down a ski area mountain in the summertime, not on skis,
Wow.
but
That's pretty cool.
yeah, that was fun.
Alright, last question I have about your parachuting incident, I'll shut up. Where in the world do you get unrestricted access to the top of a barn as a 5-year-old?
Man, I grew up in the hills and hollers. You get access to a lot of interesting things.
Kentucky.
Moonshine, stuff like that.
I don't know, you can call me a chicken if you want, but I just never could see jumping out of a perfectly good airplane with a bed sheet over my head. Just,
That's the remember I mentioned the adrenaline junkie? Yeah.
oh,
Trying to think, when did I do that? I think it was 1977, I think.
Sounds like you're due for another one.
Pretty young. I don't think I'd do it again. I don't know if I would survive the landing.
1977?
Mm-hmm. I was probably, let's see, how old was I?
Dev, believe it or not, there.
1877?
Dev, believe it or not,
I
there's
was
more than a
20
few years behind you before you
I
were
was
born.
23 at the time.
And your brain should have been pretty well developed by then.
Yeah, I had graduated from college, and it was just after that.
It wasn't working, huh?
Yeah, well, couple of guys I worked with said, let's go do a parachute jump, and we had to go from, let's say, Boston to Orange, Mass, which is like an hour and a half away. So we all did the little flight school, jumping off a picnic bench, which is like about, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet high, and they said this is what it's going to feel like when you hit the ground. You'll be falling at, we went up 2,000, I think we were at 2,000 feet, and they said it'll feel like you're jumping off this bench. It's like, okay, so
Are you allowed to
We
bring a
all-
pillow with you?
Huh?
Are you allowed to bring a pillow with you?
No. We did have a radio, because we had to steer the parachute, left and right cord that you pull down to go left or right, and there was a guy on the ground directing you which way to steer so you land in the right spot. And they said, okay, we're going to be over this jump spot, and when I say go, you go. And if you don't go, I'm going to pull you back in the airplane, because, or else you're going to miss the jump spot where you want to land. So you don't have much time to think about it when they tap you on the shoulder and yell, go. The plane's going 80 miles an hour. You're hanging out the door on like a 12-inch platform, and they just said, the guy taps you on the shoulder, and you just push off, and out you go, and out comes your parachute. And it's very quiet. You can hear people on the ground talking. It's pretty cool.
Look at that idiot.
And,
Hey, quit talking about me.
That reminded me when the wife and I were in Tombstone, Arizona in 2019. They had a airport not too far from there that they had parachuting club and gliders. And I went up. I had to pay for a ride in the airplane, the parachute plane. I was about to jump out, but there was like 5 other guys in there. It's 172, I think, or 182. I don't know.
How do you get 5 people in 182?
Well, that's him, but I had to wear an old parachute, the old kind of you just pull a cord and you got no control over it, just around the parachute. Thankfully, I didn't need it. Plane started having a little engine trouble. I think mags been going out, so we had to go to a different airport and land to the shop.
You about needed it.
But yeah, that had me a little bit nervous. So we went to Mesa Gateway Airport. And then kind of had the school, we flew over in another plane and picked us up and took us back. That's the only time I was in a parachute plane.
Got 42 miles at the top of descent here.
Oh, I've been descending for quite a while now.
Well, I believe it. You've been building computers since you was 3.
It's actually not far off.
I know. That's what I said. That was a compliment.
Tommy says his youngest kid is older than Dev.
Jeez.
Everybody's older than Dev. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Dev is our youngest member, so.
I'm the oldest one.
Yeah, Methuselah.
I'm the youngest by a long shot, too.
I might be second youngest, I don't know.
I think you are.
Not that young, though.
Or at least the second youngest active. We've had some pretty young people in here.
Yeah. I think I'm closer to you, Knock, in age than I am Dev now.
Probably. Dev just keeps getting younger.
Yeah.
How long have you been here, Dev?
Last December was my 1-year anniversary. December 10th of 2023, I think, was mine one.
He's gotten a lot of life lessons in this group.
Yeah, it's only been a year and a half.
Somebody did wrong.
Trying to remember how I found you guys, truthfully.
Oh, I remember how I found you.
Oh,
Was in the gutter on the side of the road there. What?
No.
doing a downward spiral in New Zealand.
I never knew who Ron was until until that fateful day where I turned her. I just happened to look behind my airplane, and Ron is doing a death spiral.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Was that my first flight?
I think so.
Was it my first one?
Was that like one of the first New Zealand flights?
I don't know if it was one of the first New Zealand flights,
I
but
remember that. Yeah.
we flew in New Zealand quite a bit around that time because it was one of the nicest looking places in 2020 at the time.
Yeah.
And I think it was in TBM. I think that was the only plane I could fly at the time.
Yeah, we were in the 152, the WB Sim, which, Dev, didn't that come over to 24 recently?
Yeah, I did. Hey Ron, I think fly is a little generous there. If you went Death Spider.
Actually, I think I was so far ahead of you guys, I was sat in an active pause, waiting for you guys to catch up. And then I think you guys went by me, and then when I restarted, that's when I had trouble and couldn't catch it. And I just went down to the ground, and it's on one of your streams. It's on one of your YouTube videos.
Yeah, I remember me going, oh no!
I didn't call out Mayday though on the way down. I just spiraled down trying to save it, but I couldn't save it. But that's how I learned to sloop.
TBM you mentioned, we had them at Mesa. That's a monster of a plane. If I remember, we overhauled the propeller for one of those too.
Turbo. It was a turbo, I think. Yeah, it was fast. I used to fly it all the time.
They use those for fighting fires too.
I remember my first flight was in the TBM 850, I believe, and I was trying to shoot an ILS approach, which I had never done before. It was a disaster, but I did a decent job at it, I think. Maybe.
I don't remember your first flight.
I wasn't in the VC with you guys.
You what?
I was not in the VC with you guys.
Oh.
I was just using YouTube chat.
We've had
This was
a...
right around the time that PC-12 came out.
sounds about right. Yeah, when I made more... Well, I made videos, period. When I made videos and we had a lot more foot traffic on the streams for pilots, I think we've had them upwards of 15, 20 people in one group flight before. That was one of the cooler experiences I still remember to this day, is flying the 152 and just looking over my shoulder and there's just a string of 152s flying behind us.
Yeah. Into major airports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I am at my top of descent. And we're going to go down to 3,000 feet here.
Down, almost down to 10,000. So.
We used to fly the TBM a lot, I think.
Yeah, that Black Square TBM was, I mean, we flew that for months, nonstop.
Well, that brings to mind a question. Is that working 24 now, the Black
Yes, it
Square?
does. It's working 24 very well, too.
Okay.
I'll have to bring it over then.
We're also going to need a port of it as well, which would be pretty nice.
So what I need to do is just go to my Just Flight account and just load it for 24?
No, you have to copy it from your 2020 community folder. There's no native installer for it yet. That will be coming in the nearish future once Blacksburg gets his other projects native to 24.
Same with the Dukes. They look pretty good.
They
Yeah.
work amazing at 24. They're a lot of fun.
The 414 works,
what?
but the flight model's weird.
Yeah.
Piper Aero 3 is working good in 24.
Piper Arrow's got a native rebuild a couple days ago.
Yeah, I got it. It's good. Actually, the 414 is pretty good in 24.
It's okay. It doesn't work amazing.
Works good for me.
Yeah, the flight model's the only thing I don't like about it. Something ain't right.
Yeah.
I know they had problems with the rudders early on.
I see you guys behind me now.
I just started my descent.
Fixing to be on the descent.
Nez says the cardiologist described it as an organ rattling even when he's in a relaxed state. What is organ rattling?
That sounds mildly disconcerting.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
does.
pleasant. Sorry, Nez, it just took me a minute to get that comment.
What do you think about that?
What does it mean when it says enter destination data?
Yeah, you need to
So-
enter data into the FMC.
You go to your
Yeah, good.
performance page,
Getting
Yeah.
do next and QC.
and then the next phase, you got to enter the
Yeah.
approach information. So you got to enter your altimeter, the temperature,
Yeah.
update the winds, and then put the baro, which is the on the ILS chart. It's this ILS decision height.
I've already got that in there. Well, let me check the weather, make sure it hasn't changed.
If you didn't change the
Okay.
winds, the mag wind, it won't. That message won't go away. You have to update the winds.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's a reminder to double check that the winds are actually accurate.
Alright. Yeah, they're different. Yep.
Organs rattling from AFib. Very fast but shallow heart rate causes the blood flowing through the organs causes them to shake. Good lord, that sounds terrible.
Oh boy.
That sounds absolutely mortifying.
Sounds like a brain rattler.
So Nez, are you still in AFib? Yeah, the stroke is, you know, where it kind of the blood pools in the chambers of your heart and never really leaves, and you know, blood clots in 10 seconds or something like that. So it's kind of stays stagnant for 10 seconds or something, then it'll clot, and that clot will come through and cause you to stroke out.
Oh gosh.
You're still in AFib. Jeez, man. This has been a beautiful flight for many reasons, but the views alone, the sunset. Who was it that suggested Detroit? Kyle?
Yep.
Oh, yep.
Good. I'm gonna let Kyle pick the destination for now.
Hey, I just found my first flight. It was you were in the PC-12. It was GSO to IAD.
What's GSO?
KGSO. I don't know. KGSO is.
Greensboro?
Yeah,
No.
I think so, yeah.
Is it?
KGSO.
I should know this if it is.
Oh, Piedmont.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Here.
These
Come on, try
winds.
Oh wait, no, crap. It is still. It's even closer to me. Crap. I should have done that.
I've never seen this before. The winds have been crazy this entire time for me, but I've never seen my, so this little zigzag with the arrow is basically where you're going to get back on the glide path. You can see I'm a little high right now. And it is bouncing all over the place within like 10, 20 miles.
Are you right behind me right now?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I am.
So, Michael, you have experience with Pimax, right?
Pimax, yeah.
How is there? How is the subscription-based ownership program? It seems super complicated and weird to me.
I don't know anything about their ownership program because Pimax sent me the headset for a while.
Okay. Because you can't just buy it outright. You have to pay $500 up front, and then like it's like for 24 months you're paying like $20 a month. I don't understand how that works.
Don't know. It's asking for more drag. There he is. It's just catching us back up. I actually helped Pimax with some of their... When the Crystal came out, they sent me one, and then they put me in a group of beta testers, basically. And a lot of the stuff that's in their software now is for me and others suggesting
serious?
fixes, yeah.
That's awesome. looking at VR headset and the Pimax spiked my interest a little bit.
It's really heavy.
Okay, that's good to know. I can barely stand my Quest. I think that's too big. It's too heavy by itself.
I mean, it was a nice headset. It's just kind of heavy. The backlighting, and I complained about it to him. Like the bleed through of the screens backlighting was really bad. They said they were going to fix it, and I guess they adjusted a little bit, but it's still kind of rough. I'm pretty particular about that because the TV I have that I play on, you know, I specifically got a really nice OLED TV to get rid of that because we fly so much at night. It's nice having those blacks instead of that kind of washed out black you get from like a regular LED or a other, you know, other types of screens. LCD, that's what I was looking for, thanks. We're getting this 42-inch, or is it 42 or 47? 40, yeah, I got the 42. That TV was like one of the best things I ever did for Flight Sim. It makes a huge difference.
I can only imagine. We should try taking out the 747 MAX in 24 on Sunday.
The default one?
Yeah, a Sobo.
Is it better than it was? Because that thing was trashed for the one and only time I ever loaded into it.
I've seen mixed things so far.
Well, they said it's the most advanced aircraft to date, so I kind of hope so.
I think saying much for a Sobo. I'm missing my pre-programmed altimeter, so it doesn't jump on me like that when I go from standard to local.
Yeah, I don't know why Airbus, out of all their modernizations, cannot do that.
The 350 has it, so I don't know why they can't bring it down to the others.
Yeah, and the 777 has it too.
Well, all Boeings have that.
Yeah, true.
It's, I don't know, it's like people would have to go back for retraining for something that small of a change.
Could be an airline configurable option at least.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Alright, so we got quite a distance between our last waypoint and the airport, so let's see, this shows me at the bottom of my descent really early on. I'm supposed to be at the 7,000 at a rider. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to be on the left side of the airport, so I'm going to go past the airport and then do a left turn for, what's the runway heading? 36, so 216. Do a left turn for 216 to do a left downwind for runway 4 left. Checked to see if we could go to 4 right just to make the taxi shorter, but it's currently not being used for landings.
Oh, I want the Starship so bad. I need that thing. We're talking speaking of black square aircraft.
Could actually add these 2 waypoints right here, Garback and Mott. How do you spell it? G-R-B-A-C. Garback and Mott, M-O-T-T, M-M-O-T-T. 2 T's? Yeah. Add those 2 guys. Wait, what is it? erase that. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to erase the other one. Car back. Car back. And MMOTT. Oh. Not. Clear that out. Insert. There we go. And we can do a direct car back when we do our left turn. That'll help bring us in. Garbuck's got a mandatory 5,000, so let's change this to 5. Here. Come down to Garback. And... I need to do /5,000. Insert. There we go. And 3,000 at Mott. And our final approach fix is 2,000 feet. Whoa! Hey, Kyle.
What just happened?
I looked up and looking up Kyle's tailpipe, and he just went to a cloud in front of me. You want to speed up, or you want? Or is your gear down?
No, not yet.
It shows your front
That look-
landing wheel down.
Weird.
Do you want to speed up, or you want me to slow down?
I'll speed up.
Okay.
What are you doing right now?
I'm indicating 250.
like me?
Actually, I guess I should slow down, huh?
Yeah, we're below 10.
I'll slow 235. Tommy's got to actually go to work. See ya, Tommy. Thanks for joining, buddy. He works second shift, third shift, second shift, I guess. He's already at work. He's just got to do work now.
Oh, boring.
I'm gonna pull some speed brakes here. Let Kyle get ahead of us there. And I'll actually go ahead and slow down to 210 because that's our next restriction anyways. Pull an extra notch of speed brakes.
Okay, I'm really impressed with how well the 777 runs in 24.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the performance of it.
It's making really good use of the multi-threading, I think.
Alright, we got a... I think it's a pretty long runway. Oh yeah, we're gonna be on low brakes. Bring those speed brakes back in. Can't see nothing. Everybody got quiet.
It's overcast at 4,000 feet.
Yeah, we should be fine when we get down.
It's really interesting how I can capture the glide slope before a localizer.
Well, the localizer spreads out from the center out to a certain degree, so if you're coming in on a base, you're going to capture it before you hit that glide slope that goes up and down vertically.
Well, yeah, but I'm capturing the glide slope before the localizer gets captured, which is super odd in my books.
Weird.
I know it's a company option on the 777s.
I'm going to continue on the track that I'm on at the moment. Let's go ahead and go into heading mode here. And then what we'll do is direct a GAR back here momentarily. I'm going to stay at 7,000 feet at the moment.
This localizer is completely wrong. Don't trust it. Hot warning. Wow, that is like off.
Get the right runway in?
On approach.
Yep. It's taking me to a runway that doesn't exist. The glide's working fine.
Let's go and do that left turn towards
Yeah,
GAR back.
something's wrong. This is not lining me up on the runway.
We'll do a direct to GAR back. Insert. And go around procedure. There's people climbing to 4,000, so we'll stay at least 5,000. We'll go ahead and drop down to 5. And we can actually set our autopilot up to 2,000 because we get those restraints in there. Or constraints, I should say. Here's the airport, I think. Kyle, we're pretty far apart now, so you're good to go.
Okay.
That'll give me plenty of fuel for this flight. Holy crap, got 11,000 pounds in here still. I love these night lights.
When did you break out?
I'm sitting at 6,500 right now, so right at 7,000.
I am at 7. I'm still in, but I'm further back though.
I got broken all the way down to 4,500, I think. I'm kind of going in and out of some stuff right now. Oh, there's the airport. What was I looking at? Oh, that's a bridge. That thing is lit up like a Christmas tree. Holy crap.
Jeez.
It's like a beacon of a beacon of hope. Oh, wait a minute. Is it?
Some
Yeah,
designers like
I've crossed that bridge before. This is, I went to Canada a few years ago. And followed my GPS, and the GPS wanted me to take another bridge further north. This is when those truckers were shutting the bridges down, and they had that bridge to the north shut down. And I accidentally ended up back in the United States about 5 minutes after entering Canada. So that was fun, getting interrogated by customs from the United States.
Explain that, huh?
Yeah.
Didn't I just see you? Like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I am down.
Oh, you just busted in here like the Kool-Aid man.
Alright, I'll see you guys later.
What?
We're gonna hop off.
Oh, see it.
Oh,
Actually, we don't know what I'm saying.
Did you get tired of being locked out of the room? He knows this dog knows when I'm landing, I swear. I don't know why the Fenix TCAS doesn't work for multiplayer. Works fine on VetSim, but multiplayer doesn't. This is rough.
if I was to insert Mont after Garback, and I put it in my temporary flight plan, it shows Mont before Garback. How can I swap those?
Just delete it and re-add it. Just click on the other waypoint below.
Okay.
I lost runway, so you guys are clear to land.
We've got a little ways to go.
Yeah, I'm about to start my downwind. How long until the BFU? I don't know. They haven't announced anything. And they won't announce anything until it's like ready to go. And how are you guys liking the recent updates? So far, so good. The performance has been excellent, actually. Like, I have been, other than the CTD we had earlier, I mean, I got max graphics rocking right now, and I'm getting 80 FPS.
The ALS, they didn't line me up on the runway, had they?
So Dev said.
Right turn. Huh?
Dev said the localizer didn't have them on the runway either. Curious to see what happens with me.
Right turn and then hand fly it down.
Yeah, the localizer was super weird. The glide slope looked fine. The localizer did not.
I thought you were going to bed.
Yeah, it should be.
He's first.
What'd you
But
say?
he's not sharing.
Oh yeah, where the heck's the cookies, Dev?
Oh, he muted
No
us.
comment. No comment.
No comment.
They didn't turn out well.
Yeah, no, he ate them all.
He got so enthralled with our stories about how we got into aviation and the fact that I jumped off a barn with a trash bag attached to me that he forgot about the cookies, and they're probably black little nuggets of nothing.
They actually never went in the oven.
Never went in the oven. Didn't fix the ATRs. Yeah, I need to give the ATR a try. But what's wrong with the ATR right now? I think you mentioned it, but I forgot what you said. Alright, I think I'm... Is anybody in front of me?
We're parallel pretty much, but you got it. I'm slowing up.
Okay, Kim's behind me. You said you're parallel with me? Where you at?
To your left.
Oh, I see. Okay, if you want me to, I can go ahead and
You got
send down to 3,000 feet. Then I'll cut in underneath you.
Alright.
Do a 226 to be on the actual downwind. Just double check that altimeter real fast. 9 or 4, guys. Make sure you update your MCU if you're in an Airbus. Can you go to the EFB to get rid of the rattling sound? Go to the airframe. Yeah, is it driving you nuts? Because it drives me nuts. Come on. Oh shoot, I always forget it's... I don't know why they got 2 sim setting menus. There you go. And we'll go ahead and go down to... Yeah, we'll stay at... Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Stay at 3.
2,500.
I'm getting beat to death right now. Let's go flaps 1. Slow it to 180. It still pans and throttle changes the lever, but the levers don't move when you go to localize. Plane goes into a hard turn. Oh, that's weird. Alright, left turn.
Alright, I'm at the gate. I'm 68 landing here. Good, I guess.
Michael, you think I'll get some stutters here?
Hopefully not.
That's what I was thinking.
I have an issue where like I go down to like 2 FPS on landing and take off. Happened to me just on this landing as well.
I didn't get any stutters until I was taxiing. Just a couple of quick ones.
I had a rejected go around.
Rejected go around?
Yes, don't question how that was possible.
What does that even mean?
I was trying to go around, but my throttle wouldn't spool up because my FPS was so low. So I had to reject the go around.
Localizer captured. Let's see if this lines me up correctly. How do you self-vector a no-sit or no-star situation? So depending on which side of the airport I'm coming in on, or what runway I'm landing on, I'll pick the side that I want to enter the airport from, and just vector myself into a downwind, basically. So we're on the left side of the airport, so I went around the airport to a left downwind, and then we'll just vector myself in. And then since... Alright, let's go.
So a couple of guys said, so it didn't line you up. The localizer didn't line you up, right?
It's what it looks like for me, too.
And it's not an offset approach either.
It's got me way out of whack here, I think.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let it go in. I'm gonna give it a second here, but... Glide slope. Yeah, it's got me all crooked here. Which is really interesting because, yeah, even the charts show it wrong. Alright, so let's go ahead and go down to F speed. We drop our gear early here. Help slow down. I'm gonna go autopilot off so I can do a visual. And flaps 3. Luckily the weather is good enough for a visual, because this would be very bad in IMC. And flaps 4. Yeah, if you're on VATSIM, then of course, you know, they'll vector you in. They'll typically have some reason to do something for you, but
Wait, did I miss something? What's setting it to ISIS to do?
so the analog instrument has a ticking noise, and I guess it was driving Garen crazy because it drives me crazy. So, oh well, see, look at that. So it picked up, and that's got me all centered up. Interesting.
But did you see how that did that? It was so weird.
That was weird. Now it's off again. I don't know. YouTube picks the worst time to throw an ad, right?
I use an ad block. I'm sorry.
This is very rough on the winds here. They're all over the place.
500.
The localizer comes in nicely when you're at the runway, but
100 above.
it was not very good leading up to this. These winds are really rough.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Oh, we're gonna float.
5.
Let's get those reversers. Land on just the last little bit of the markers, so we're gonna continue. Yeah, let's get manual brakes if we can't make this. Guess we got people behind us.
I'm out walking around.
Spoilers, flaps.
So Kyle, how far out are you?
4 miles from PEVC.
Alright, I'm 7 from Reggie.
Not too bad of a landing considering the weather sucked. The winds are really rough.
Was your sim smooth all the way?
Yeah. Yeah, the ground effect is still not quite right. I feel like it floats way too easy. Now, Fenix has said that they're going to fix that. The thing that just happened to me there, where you give it just a little too much, and it kind of like sends you back to the sky, they're supposedly fixing that in the next update.
To be fair, haven't they fixed this 7 times?
Yeah, they have fixed it many times. This time they took, it was 14,000 real-world Airbus landings and compared it to a whole lot of landings on their own, or one at least of their own. And it was a little off, so they're going to adjust the stick movements. So I'm hopeful that they actually do fix it for us. But, I mean, it was a fairly smooth landing considering the bumpy weather and then the offset with the localizer we had. Let's see, I need to... let me stay right here. Take a little bit of a left. And then we'll take a right. We cross to the left.
I'm at the 10-mile mark, and I'm getting bumped around pretty good.
Yeah, it was beating me up pretty good. Let's see, where's everybody parked at? Anybody else on the ground?
Nope, not yet.
See anybody departing? Just head right over here then. Yeah, it was a nice landing considering. to figure out the best route to get over there. I think I need to turn right here. I haven't landed in Detroit very often. It's been a while, so I'm not super familiar with all the taxi routes. There goes the second officer barking. Kyle and Ken are coming right behind us.
Getting pushed into the ground out here.
Looks like a nice landing from our perspective, Kyle, and Ken is right up your tailpipe, so roll to the end. Nice. Looked pretty good, Ken.
Felt good. Countdown was good. Big Kyle right in front of me.
Alright, this gate is... it's gonna be in the way. I'm gonna have to scoot forward a little further, because I'm still not out of the taxi route.
You guys are here. I'll see you guys later.
See you. Alright, APU's available. Bleed and engines off. Let's see if we can get this gate to deboard. See if it'll fix itself. Release the passengers. And blind everybody real fast on the stream. Nope. That's the best we got, huh? Alright.
Deboarding requested.
I forgot my nav lights that entire flight. Whoopsies. Don't tell anybody. Alright. Well, I appreciate everybody joining today. Should be back on Thursday for our GA night. I think we might be doing World Tour, maybe. Depends on if Eddie wraps up that flight plan or not. If not, we'll do something fun. May even do those little parachutes or something goofy like that. We haven't done anything just fun lately. I'm Pop some pills, Nez says. I hope you feel better, Nez. I'm sorry that you're going through such a rough time there. But like I said, appreciate everybody joining, and I'll catch you next time.